notice, show cause notice to the importer, custom broker. Now they are also issuing show cause notice to the employee of a custom broker.
Yes, yes, sir.
So please do not take this lightly.
No, no.
It may
Can
ruin
we make a
anybody's career.
checklist which
Yeah.
can we make a checklist which the person interacting with customer can make sure that he is checked,
Yes.
not only pertaining to this, but in general, these are the things that, for example, in IATA DGR cargo, you have a 19 or a 20 point checklist where before handing over the cargo to airline, you have to check those parameters. Here, if we can make one checklist where people, okay, I have checked this, I have interacted with customer, I have communicated to him on email. Can we make such a checklist and keep on record?
Yes, it is possible.
Because going forward, this one document may be our protection in coming years.
But Mihir, it is unfortunate. I have spoken to a number of my colleagues in Air and Sea. We forward all this on custom forum. Now I have included almost everyone. Nobody reads it. Or probably...
No, but I think now Freddy is a good example here. For the first time in history now, along with the custom broker, customs has issued a notice or a letter to the employee of the custom broker. Correct, Freddy? You got it directly on your name?
Yeah, I got it directly on mine.
So now everybody has to be aware that if they don't update themselves, they will issue a letter to the company, but they are going to come after you also.
Yeah.
So I think not from career perspective, but at least from your protection perspective, because I doubt anybody over here wants to fight next 2 years or 4 years or 5 years. They want to spend fighting with the customs.
Nowadays, even certain omission factors which anybody commits, you can go behind bars. Your career will be ruined.
So, correct. Previously, most people used to think maximum kya hoga, mera manager ya the director of the company will go. But now even you will go. The new Custom Act says that. And we already have an example in our organization where they've issued it on the employee's name.
Now, even we know one example or few examples wherein the customs has imposed penalty on the import official from our customer also. So now we can't say that we will be exempted or we will be immune from all this. It's not possible. And I think going ahead, maximum information which everybody has, it will help for their survival. And fortunately, all these details are available on internet. Earlier, these details were not available, but these details are available now. So I urge everyone to go through it, read it. We have experienced people with us. You can understand from them. Just whatever we have discussed, just refer serial number 4C. Exercise reasonable care to ensure the accuracy and truthfulness of the aforesaid information and documents. This also pertains to us.
No, but this means from our perspective, what we submit, right? For example, if a customer sends a certificate of origin, we are not responsible for verifying whether it's true or no.
No, there are two factors.
What we receive from the customer, we have submitted that is truthfulness.
No, I will tell you, there is a procedure in customs. Whatever certificate which we get, we go in customs, there's a different cell who will verify the seal and the signature, and they will authenticate it.
Okay.
So we should not overstep this step. There is a verification procedure in custom also.
Yeah, they deface the certificate of origin.
Yes. But Freddy,
TS Pooran Seva Kendra, they deface the certificate of origin right now, sir.
But Freddy, please clarify whether this defacing is done in Turant Seva Kendra, and where is the verification regarding signature and seal is done in the same office?
No, it is under TSK. They verify in the system. They receive all the details of signatory along with the name in the system. The customs have got all the details of the signatories, whoever signs the certificate of origin.
Exactly. So that is a different department, right? And Turant Seva Kendra is different.
No. It is at TSK only. Turant Seva Kendra only.
So please explain to all our friends what is the procedure.
Sir, as you are aware that there is a new department opened as Turant Seva Kendra, where we have to submit all the documents. Earlier it was with the groups, means group 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So we used to verify the signature at group, but now it has been mandatory that we have to submit all the documents to Turant Seva Kendra, where all the documents, even bank guarantees, all the documents are accepted at Turant Seva Kendra, wherein they have got a system and they have got appraisers, group-wise appraisers and superintendents, wherein they verify in the system and then only they displace the certificate of origin. This is the process at Turant Seva Kendra, sir.
Freddy, you also please explain in case of RMS bill of entry. Usually, when we file a bill of entry in e-Sanchit, we upload the certificate of origin. Later on, before the out of charge, there is also a procedure where we can get the appraisers, get the certificate defaced, upload it, so that there is no issues for out of charge. The appraiser can give the out of charge immediately.
Custom appraiser deface the certificate and give the serial number of the
Defaced number.
Then only out of charge will be given.
No, exactly, Prasad. What you said is right. What
Yes.
happens while doing e-Sanchit, we have to upload the certificate of origin. Then once the bill of entry is assessed in RMS, then later on, before taking out of charge, we have to deface the certificate of origin. While defacing the certificate of origin, they issue a one serial number, which we have to show to the RMS out of charge officer. On that basis, it get out of charged.
But Freddy, earlier I have read one public notice that you have to upload that certificate once again.
Upload the certificate, right? Upload the certificate on e-Sanchit once again, right?
Then only
I missed that point, right?
Given or query will be raised by the out of charge officer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you explain them, everyone. You should know.
If suppose appraiser, if the certificate is not defaced and we are gone for RMS out of charge, the officer will raise an objection wherein he will say that the certificate of origin has not been defaced and it's not been sealed. So before taking an out of charge, it is always better to go and get it defaced and get the serial number and again upload it on the system and then go for out of charge, wherein you will not get any objection on that.
Well, before I proceed, just now, ek आठवण आली मनात. When I joined ATC, something which I remembered now, when I joined ATC in 1987, our office was in Sher Bazaar, Bank of Maharashtra building 5th floor. When I joined, there was Mr. Kaikini, and I had to sit with him late evening and understand and take notes. First day when I met him, he showed me one book. That was Custom Act 1962. He said, "This is the Bible. Keep with you all the time, which will be useful for you in your career." So I will like to pass on this to all of my friends here. Read Custom Act. Well, it is difficult to correlate these sections with actual work which we do day to day. But once we start working, we can correlate, because all these notifications and all are issued under those Custom Act only. Like earlier, in the first page, we read section 25 of Custom Act. So under section 25, all these notifications are issued. Fine. We will go ahead now. Now, serial number 5 is also important, wherein the custom officers can ask various information or details from the importer before the goods are cleared. Here, if you see serial number 2, where the importer is asked to furnish information, yes. So this importer has to furnish the information. Here, I would like to show you one details which I had received from Mihir. I will just read it first, explain it, because this serial number 5 is serial number 4 is relevant to this case. This pertains to the rules of origin only. ते दिसणार नाही का?
करतोय ते.
असं दिसणार नाही का? Just a minute, I am uploading that para.
ईमेल पाठवून तो ईमेलचा विंडो शेअर करता येईल तुम्हाला.
नाही नाही, हे आता केले शेअर मी. I will just read this first. We recently saw a case where a custom authority asked an importer to provide proof of origin when claiming tariff preferences under a free trade agreement. This required the importer to get certain material and costing information from the importer, which the exporter was not willing to share for confidentiality reasons. We discussed in earlier paras that every notification gives details of information which is required on certificate of origin. For example, the percentage of goods which are used from origin country and the percentage of goods which have been used, imported goods in that country have been utilized in the end product. So this case refers to the same topic. If you see the rules of origin, they have given the percentage required and the formula also they have given how to arrive at the percentage. I will proceed.
Then one important point for everyone is, many times if you see all the debt or loan scams that are here in India or anywhere, people have foreign money or anything. Companies like PwC, Ernst & Young are one of the few companies that help you find loopholes in the system so that you can save money. So this coming from an organization that specializes in saving you money means it is becoming difficult day by day.
Now, the para which I am reading is very important. This required the importer to get certain material and costing information from the exporter, which the exporter was not willing to share for confidentiality reasons. While this case is ongoing, the likely outcome is that the importer will need to pay back the duties saved over the past 3-5 years and potentially pay additional penalties and interest. Remember, this para is very important, friends. Here the importer will be penalized and even we may be penalized for this, and our license can be suspended. Even the dealing person from custom broker may come under the radar of CIA, SIB and all. So please take this seriously, because any cases where revenue has impacted and you see a malicious intentions from either of the side will be heavily penalized now. The reason for sharing this story and the message we continue to tell our clients is that making sure you safeguard all duty saving claims by maintaining proper compliance control should always be a priority. This is very important. We just can't say that importer is not giving this document, that document. We should be able to talk to our importer based on rules and regulations of customs. Further, I will also ask all of you to kindly read post-clearance audit circular and section 90A of Custom Act. Remember, friends, here in this notification, we are required. Listen,
but I think let us ask questions, because people are not asking questions. If you can take 1 or 2 names, we will ask them that if a customer forces you, no, you do this, we will look at it later. How will we handle such scenarios?
Raj, is Mr. Raj Gaikwad is there? Raj?
Hello.
Raj, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I will just ask one question, may not be related to only certificate of origin, but
Okay.
in general, I'm asking, hope you are aware the requirements of customs nowadays, like
Yes, sir.
CCR and all. Okay.
Yeah, right.
You must be facing certain problems whenever you talk to customers that write-up is required, catalog is required, and use declaration is required.
Yes.
So this is one of the part of it. Remember, this is a compliance matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this serial number 4D, B, they have mentioned that you are required to retain all these documents for 5 years. At least they have said at least 5 years from
Okay.
date of filing of bill of entry. But remember one thing, once you fall under a purview of misdeclaration, these 5 years will evaporate. Then there is
Yes.
a time bar. And that is what custom does in many cases, major cases, they will say misdeclaration, suppression of facts. So these 5 years will automatically evaporate and your time bar has gone. They
Okay.
will screw you left, right, anyhow. So tell
Yes.
me, Raj, how
Ah.
you handle such cases, how you convince customers, what will be your way of convincing a customer?
एक कस्टमर में से कि
origin
कर लो
related
अभी
info.
बाद में देख लेंगे.
No, no.
Remember,
Not like
remember, Raj, one thing, and I will urge this to every of the colleague present here. Do not go for shortcuts. I think everybody should think in this manner that yes, still I am in ATC. I will ensure I work properly, clean, comply all the compliances, and it is our moral duty to ensure that even though if we are not there tomorrow, our company should not face any problem because of our mistakes. I think that should be the target of every person, irrespective we are there or not. Because of our past mistakes, even after we leave, our company should not face any problem. Bol Raj, you can go ahead, Raj.
Without certificate of origin, we cannot clear any goods because it is a mandatory requirement of customs. So we cannot clear any goods. So we have to convince customer for that certificate of origin to get it and to submit it to the customs because it is very important.
And I think Raj, I think
Ah.
you go through this notification. You will get certain basic ideas how to convince, and you can
Yeah.
discuss with seniors. I think this will not be a proper way to explain to a customer. You should go by the legal language in such cases. That notification 81 of 2000, it's a notification. It's a notification which has been issued under section 25.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is a compliance part which you will have to ensure that you comply with it. If you don't comply, custom can refuse the benefit. Second, even if the bill of entry is assessed right now, in post clearance audit, you may get caught. And it is very difficult. I'm repeating, it is very difficult to explain or give clarification for any past mistakes.
Mhm. Okay.
You can't give excuse regarding ignorance of law.
Yes, right.
Then another, I think, point is you tell them that we can do this right now, nikal bhi jayega, but tomorrow you're working in some other company and the custom issues a notice on your name. It doesn't matter because that time you were handling the consignment and they call you for a hearing. What is the response are you going to give that time? What response are you going to give that time?
Okay. Um,
Because when a onus comes on him, ki tomorrow he may not be working with that company that he was doing it, but still a notice comes on his name. And a government agency, especially customs, which has lot of powers, is calling you. That time, then if he is not able to give a valid reason, he is going to get stuck for a time. So this is called fear tactics. But
Raj,
this should be
second,
your first approach. Huh? this thing never works in first approach, because when you threaten somebody, if I want to tell you Raj something, and in the first instance only if I threaten you, you will automatically go on defensive.
Yes.
When you've tried everything else, ki, pehle ye karo, this is law, this is this thing, let us talk to your seniors, if you want we can inform your supplier also, after everything, then the last measure should be this.
Second, friends, I will also like all of you to understand, you just can't overlook, because now class assessment is under faceless. Remember, already there are a lot of issues when the during passing of bill of entry at other courts. If you don't file the required documents, you will be adding more issues, more problems, and it will not be possible for you to justify to a customer. Second, Raj, you can also explain, this is a notification issued by ministry and these are the rules. Just listen, read this rule 5. They are mentioned in terms of rule 4. These are rules.
Yes, right.
Yes. Second, if you see serial number 2, where the importer is asked to furnish information or documents, he shall provide the same. Within 10 working days, it is there. So they have put the time limit also. Once an appraiser asks certain information, it has to be submitted within 10 working days of such date when it was asked by customs. So please go through it properly. It is very important. They have also put time limit for customs when they should revert back. They have given the time limit. Within 15 days, they have to revert back. Here it is there.
See, during when initial days when KYC came, one tactic that we used to use in air export department that time was, many people used to refuse to give KYC. So we used to share the notice and we used to ask them that we will proceed without KYC. Just mention that this notice does not apply to your organization and these laws are not applicable to your organization. Once you send us an email saying this, we will immediately process the shipment.
And I think whenever we receive these documents, we should ask this before that only, all these details. So you will be able to talk effectively to a customer if you are aware of all these rules and provisions. Now here, within 10 working days, you have to produce the information. Second, even the customs officer has to reply within 15 working days. So it is not one way. Even the customs has put the rules on officer. He has to reply within 15 working days. Second, this rule, sub rule 4 is very important. So you see, it will be, we can discuss when all of you go through it. Then we will have us proper grounds. You will have proper grounds to ask questions. We can discuss. Even I can learn from you once questions comes out. So please go through all this. I will move ahead now. Rule 5 is very important. Rule 5, because requisition means what information of customs can ask from the importer is given here. Then verification parts. Verification part falls under rule 6. This is the verification part. Verification part means either they will ask the importer. This is the verification part. Either they can ask from the importer or even they can refer the case to the country of origin. This is the verification part, if whatever doubts they have. Here they have given timeline also, everything is mentioned there. Now, there are other slides I have to present, so I will move ahead. If anybody has any questions, please ask. Here they have given the definition of identical goods. Identical goods means, suppose what I understand from this rule, you have imported certain consignment. Next time when you import another consignment, and if there is any difference, then custom can raise objection, and they can investigate the past clearance also. So this is regarding identical goods matter. Then these are all miscellaneous matters not covered in other chapter above serial numbers. This is important. Form 1. I will just read. In terms of section 28DA of Customs Act, an importer making a claim for preferential rate of duty is required to possess certain information as regards the manner in which country of origin criteria. This criteria is defined in rules of origin that he has to give. Like criteria means the percentage of the raw materials from origin country and percentage of raw materials which are imported from other countries in that origin country. That percentage is defined. So this they will have to reveal. We just now saw that para where the supplier has refused to give percentage. That will not be accepted. So this is one of the basic rule. The regional value contained. Yes, that is origin and a product specified criteria. All these are mentioned in rules of origin, which has to be furnished by the importer. Now we will come to the other criterias. For example, if POSCO is importing zinc from Korea, zinc ingots. Am I right, Freddy? Umesh?
Yes, right.
Yeah. In that, the if I'm not wrong, it's a wholly obtained product from Korea.
Yes, President.
Percentage is defined there. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, goods that are produced using non-originating materials, they have defined, not wholly obtained, are required to undergo substantial transformation in a country. Like, suppose you are importing any product from Bangkok, any item we will say. Suppose gaskets you are importing from Bangkok. And for that gasket, you have imported raw material, rubber raw material, something they have imported. So you, the importer in India cannot import that raw material directly. There has to be a substantial transformation or value addition in that country. And they have given this. And what will be those criteria? The classification should change. The regional or domestic value contained and process rule. All these are defined in respect to rules of origin. So these are the criteria which the customs will verify. These are the value contents of the product. And this is all process rule around. This is very important. General rule versus product specified rule. This is specified in rules of origin. Every rules of origin they have given. This is also important. And I will come to main point here. Which I think everybody should understand, and it can be used as a defense also. This rule. In event of conflict between a provision of these rules, this notification, and a provision of rules of origin, okay, these provisions which are given in custom tariff, the provisions of rules of origin shall prevail to the extent of the conflict. I will explain this. Now in these rules, they have defined what are the requirements. But suppose there is a conflict between any of the provisions mentioned above and the rules of origin given in custom tariff. The rules of origin given in custom tariff will prevail to the extent of the conflict or a dispute which is there. So that rules will be taken for consideration while determination of rules of origin. This is very important. Friends, please remember this. Anthony, they have given a flow chart, all this. This is to be filed after bill of attainder. That means what I understand, whenever you get any certificate of origin consignment, I think you better get all these details typed on importer's letterhead. We will have to retain this. all this. These are the details the importer has to possess, and we should have a copy of all this. If it is wholly obtained, like what I have said, not wholly obtained, then this is the process or the criteria which is mentioned above. Now, I will like to go to one of the important things which Shantanu had sent yesterday. Kumar, te आपल्याला एक घ्यायचं आहे ना? Before I hand over to Freddy, I have this is I have forwarded this on our WhatsApp group. Please go through this. If for faster assessment under faceless assessment, if you are claiming any notification benefit, study the conditions listed against the notification and ensure that a document defending the claim is filed. That means first we will have to read all the notifications or whatever exemptions you claim, and we have to ensure we take all the documents so that the benefit of that notification can be claimed. And I will go one step ahead, retain those all papers with us in a docket. For ensuring that you have correctly classified goods, you have to upload product catalog, product data sheet, user manual, technical write-up. I think, Raj, this is the government slide itself. You can give all this to a customer wherever you have any disputes. But first, I think you have to read all this properly.
Yes, I have read, sir.
Okay.
How many slides are there total?
4 to
अजून
5.
दोनच आहेत.
I think there were 3.
Please study compliance. This is very important. And compliance depend upon product to product. For example, whenever we get a pass bill of entry, the compliance part automatically comes on the last page before the examination order. And we should be thorough with our regular products. What compliance issue is there? And this, Raj, you have all answers to this. Please upload all supporting documents under e-Sanchit while filing the bill of entry. And this is a government document. You have an emblem of government. I think this can be useful by all whenever you talk to a customer. Freddy, I had requested you to please present that e-Sanchit part whenever we upload. Can you do it?
Yeah, I have taken on screen. Just Kumar, जरा मला ते मदत करणार आहे स्क्रीन शेअर करायला.
आता तुमच्या स्क्रीनवर
माझ्याकडे मी लॉजिस्टिक्स ओपन केलंय, ते शेअर कसं एक स्क्रीनवर कसं दाखवू?
तुम्हाला आता स्क्रीन दिसते इथे?
तुमची स्क्रीन दिसते मला.
थांबा, मी ही स्क्रीन शेअर करतो म्हणजे तुम्हाला कळेल.
नाही त्यानं जाऊन खालती प्रेझेंट नाव दिसेल.
हा, आता एक मिनिट.
किंवा मग ते नसलं प्रेझेंट नाव.
हा, इथे तुम्हाला आता माझी स्क्रीन दिसेल बघा.
कुठे? एक मिनिट.
दिसते आता स्क्रीन?
नाही, एक मिनिट. हा, तुमचं दिसते बरोबर. यू आर
इथे बघा, खाली बघा, यू आर प्रेझेंटिंग म्हणून येतं ना, तिथे तुम्ही क्लिक केलं ना,
नाव येईल.
हा, तिथे तुम्हाला मग ती नाव येईल. एक विंडो तुम्हाला तिथे शेअर करायची आहे. तर तुम्ही गुगल मीट एका वेगळ्या विंडो मध्ये करा आणि तुमचं लॉजिस्टिक्स वेगळ्या विंडो मध्ये ओपन करा.
लॉजिस्टिक्स वेगळ्या विंडो मध्ये ओपन आहे
ना. मग आता इथे जा आणि तिथे विंडो मध्ये ऑप्शन येईल.
हा, हे जे आता जे
मी स्टॉप केला. हा, आता तुम्ही जा प्रेझेंट नाव मध्ये.
दिसतंय का?
करा तुम्ही प्रेझेंट नाव मध्ये जाऊन अ विंडो म्हणून आहे, त्याला क्लिक करा.
हा, प्रेझेंट नाव अ विंडो करू का?
अ विंडो.
ओके.
हा, आता तुम्हाला एक विंडो पॉपअप झाली असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये लॉजिस्टिक्सच्या स्क्रीन वरती क्लिक करा.
हा,
आणि खाली शेअर बटन आहे, त्याला क्लिक करा. शेअर बटन ब्लू झालं का? प्रेझेंट
आलं.
हलका आहे का? हलका?
हाँ सर. आली.
तुम्ही प्रवीण रसिका बघा काय इथे काय काय आपल्याला डिटेल टाकायचे ते.
हो हो.
इनफॅक्ट लॉजिस्टिक्सने आपल्याला ते मॅन्युअल दिलंय, पण हे तुम्हाला चांगलं कळेल.
हा ठीक.
प्रॅक्टिकल
दिसतंय का कुमार, दिसतंय का?
दिसते दिसते.
हो मग ते खाली ते सेकंड विचारलं की तुम्ही क्लेम करू शकता.
नाही आता
आपण क्लेम करू.
नाही, आता तुम्ही हे विंडो सिलेक्ट केलेत ना ते ओपन होणार दुसऱ्या विंडोवर.
फ्रेडी तिथे दुसऱ्या कोणाला तरी त्यांच्या ओपन करायला सांगा ना. नाही म्हणजे तिथले कळेल काय प्रॉब्लेम. फ्रेडी
हा
तिथे दुसऱ्या कोणाला तरी ओपन करायला सांगा ना त्यांच्या डेस्कटॉप वरती, म्हणजे तुम्हाला
हा.
काय प्रॉब्लेम आला तर तिथले तिथे कळेल.
सामना हे काय होतोय हा? ओपन का नाही होत रे लॉजिस्टिक्स?
नाही तुमची दुसरी विंडो असेल ना ओपन,
ती ओपन कर, हो क्लोज कर.
हे इकडून जेव्हा तुम्ही लॉग इन दाबता पॉपअप होऊन दुसरा
दुसरा
विंडो ओपन
window
होतो,
दिसतोय
तेव्हा तो विंडो सिलेक्ट
आता
करायचा.
दिसतंय का सर?
नाही
आता
नाही ब्लँक स्क्रीन आहे, ब्लँक आहे स्क्रीन.
तुम्ही
एक
प्रेझेंट
मिनिट
नाव मध्ये जा.
एक मिनिट थांब, एक मिनिट थांब.
फ्रेडी
हे दुसरा स्क्रीन आहे. हा एक मिनिट, एक मिनिट.
दुसरं काही करू नका. प्रेझेंट नाव मध्ये जाऊन जो दुसरा विंडो ओपन झालाय तेवढा फक्त सिलेक्ट करा.
हे बंद कर ना, गुगल मीट
परत प्रेझेंट नाव मध्ये जा.
हा ये विंडो
आता दिसतोय.
नाही अजून आता होते प्रेझेंट, थांबा जरा. हा होते, झाली.
ओके.
हाँ सर, अभी जॉब ओपन 968
हॅलो. हा
968
हे बघा मी आता जॉब मध्ये जातोय, जॉब नंबर टाकून.
अलका प्रवीण रसिका तुमची स्क्रीन फुल करा म्हणजे तुम्हाला व्यवस्थित दिसेल.
हो हो.
सर्च
बघा एक जॉब ओपन केलाय पॉस्कोचा झिंकचा, जो प्रसाद साहेबांनी आता ते हे दिलं होतं ना एक्झाम्पल, तेच ओपन केलंय मी पॉस्को बद्दल.
डबल क्लिक कर.
क्या रे,
अरे इससे करना.
क्या रे, नहीं ओपन हो रहा है. हो बरोबर आहे.
रेडी
खुल रहा है.
रेडी.
हाँ
अरे वो उमेश का
हाँ.
है ना, उसका हाथ लगेगा तो ही ओपन होएगा.
हे बघ त्याच्यात कुमार सेन हे
हा.
दर वेळेला जर विंडो चेंज होणार आहे ना तर त्याच्यासाठी एक वेगळं ऑप्शन आहे. चेंज युअर स्क्रीन किंवा हे म्हणूनच आहे.
हो टॅब म्हणून आहे, टॅब.
नाही एक क्रोम टॅब येतं आणि एक युअर स्क्रीन इटसेल्फ येतं.
हो
फॉर एडिटिंग. हाँ अभी खुल गया.
म्हणजे जो स्क्रीन आपण ओपन ठेवतो दिसणार.
तीच दिसणार. हो
विंडो सिलेक्ट केलं तर फक्त ती विंडो दिसेल. पॉपअप होऊन दुसरं आलं तर ते दिसणार नाही.
ते दिसणार नाही. बरोबर.
नाही हे सध्या दिसत नाही रे, ओपन नाही होत.
संधी दिसत आहे.
ओपन नाही होते. हा आता अभी
ब्लॉग झाला एडिट केले.
त्यांना कुठे काय तुम्ही सांगितलं काय?
दुसरा जॉब 982 कर.
982 पर बंद
पैसे पण भेटला नाही का?
इतना क्या रे रे.
प्रसाद विचारतो.
नीचे है.
आया देख ओपन होना हाँ हे बस 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 12
प्रोडक्ट मध्ये था. रेल दे.
स्क्रीन शेअर नाही प्रोडक्ट पे जा
कुमार दिसतंय का स्क्रीन?
नाही, अजून नाही दिसत आहे. तुम्हाला शेअर करावी लागेल.
हा थांब.
तुम्ही एक काम करा,
काय करता थांब 1 मिनिट.
तो भाग जो आहे CMPR तो ते आपण ते BS आणि ह्याचे जर काय असेल त्याच्यात आपल्याला जास्त असं हा
आता दिसतंय?
हा दिसते.
मग तिथे
आता याच्यामध्ये हॅलो
या डिटेल
ई संचित में ना पहिला.
नहीं इसमें हाँ ये पूरा अभी प्रोडक्ट पे जा
हे आपल्याला हे ओपन केलंय मी जॉब. आता प्रोडक्ट मध्ये जातोय. हॅलो हा कुमार ऐकायला येतंय ना?
हो फ्रेडी येते ऐकायला.
Now we have to go to in this. You can see that the n number of items that general entities in that we have to go for products. Then later on, after selecting product, there will be another window popping up wherein main, general, loading, custom duty, and all. In that line, you will get an FTA information, one column, where we have to go and click FTA information. There you have to fill all this. The COs. See, I'll just do this. Has been filled already. But I'll show you how editing के time you can come to know. See here the certificate of origin number you have to put. This is certificate of origin number. Korea ka we have to put date of issue, whatever date will be there. In Korean Republic of Korea, you have to select issuing authority. We have to select. Then origin criteria. Here it is wholly obtained. Here it is wholly obtained criteria. Hence. Here it is wholly obtained criteria. Here you will get the 3 options. If you click the drop down, see here are wholly obtained, others, and COP, others product specified rule. Now in this specific certificate of origin, it is wholly obtained. So we have selected wholly obtained. And if it is another, you have to check with the importer whether it is general or whatever details are there. That you have to check. Ask the importer details, then only we can go to others or others product specific rule. Without taking details from the importer, you will not come to know where you have to classify. Please be very careful while filling this criteria. In general, now the accumulation here, no, nothing is required. So hence we have put no. Here is only to see yes, no, and blank is there. So we have put only no. Now in this general, now again we have to go. Now we have to update this. Now we have to go to general. General में क्या करें?
manufacturer detail
General में you have to go, and here this is the manufacturer details. Here you have to enter all the details properly. Whether the name of that in transit or supplier, exporter's name you have to put properly, and their address, then country from where it has been imported, brand, whatever is applicable there you have to put a brand name, model name we have to put, use, that is your everyone knows rule what we have to put. Manufacturer के लिए general use we have put 200. If it is a trader you have to put the 100 wala. Now country of origin Korea, as per the certificate of origin we have put. Source country, if it is given another country, that time it comes source country, but now in this case source country is not applicable, hence we have not mentioned anything. Now transit country, it is a Korea only, that's why we have mentioned transit country. If you don't mention any of this transit country and transit country, then there will be an objection at the time of noting. So whenever there is a wholly obtained product, please mention the country of origin directly here. Hope you all understand this.
Then this also has this also needs to be verified with the customer, correct?
Exactly.
You should not blindly put in transit country Korea.
No, that's why I mentioned we have to check all the details from the importer itself. We have to get all them in writing. That will be better for our understanding and our records.
हे रूल जे आहेत ना, हे प्रत्येकाने वाचले ना, तर आपल्याला इंटरॅक्शन नीट करता येईल.
हो हो. आता हे मी अपडेट करतोय. त्याच्यानंतर एक ई संचितचा एक स्लाइड आहे. ई संचित हे अपडेट करा. ओके, ई संचित.
फ्रेडी एक मिनिट. आणि मी सगळ्यात चांगलं म्हणजे लॉजिसिसनी याचं मॅन्युअल पाठवलेलं आहे. मला माहित नाही किती लोकांनी पाहिलंय ते.
ओके.
यार
मॅन्युअल म्हणजे पानोपान कसं हे करायचं स्क्रीनशॉटने.
हो हो, एक्झॅक्टली. स्क्रीनशॉट. येस.
मग चांगलंच आहे. मग त्याच्याहून आणि काही रेडीमेड ह्याच्यासाठी मिळूच नाही शकणार.
हो.
नाही, प्रॉब्लेम काय आहे, आपली लोक सगळेजण एवढे बिझी असतात की ते कोणाला बघायलाच वेळ नसतो. वांदा तो आहे.
आता हे ई संचितचं मी घेतलंय. ई संचित आय हॅव टेकन, wherein you have to upload the certificate of origin and see the filling, full fill we have to do. IceGate, the details what we have entered, certificate of origin, image, IRN number, then your, please note, document type. Document type is the important criteria while loading in eSanchit. Please be very careful while selecting document type, wherein here in this case it was Korea, so we have mentioned 861005 COOPTA Korea. So that you have to be very careful. There are, for Asian country it is different, for China it is different, and it is as per public notice number 120 of 2020 dated 17/9/2020. Please read that notification, wherein you will come to know which document type you are taking. In that they have clearly specified all the details. For suppose if your goods are imported from Singapore, then the number will be 861001. If you read that in that way, there are few countries ka details they have given where you are taking notification benefit. So please read that notification and come across with all the details. Apart from that, now here in this we have mentioned that number and job number and our SEPA certificate signed. This certificate was loaded at the time of uploading bill of entry for noting. Now once the certificate of origin gets defaced, this will be again uploaded on the eSanchit. Please note, this is only without defaced certificate of origin what we have loaded. Now once when we go for examination, we will deface it at Turant Seva Kendra, and again we will upload it for examination and auto charge. Please note everyone, be very clear in this part. Otherwise your auto charge will not be done, and we have to keep the record of all these things. I hope you understand this. Kumar, clear hai? Alka, clear hai ka?
Yes,
Freddy, yes.
Yeah, please. Here in this case, see what all we have filled. You can go through it. Issued at Republic of Origin. This actually eSanchit, everyone knows, whoever documentation clerk is there, they know what all to be filled, but additional details. But be very careful with the document type what we are filling.
Ready. I think in next week we will meet. आपल्याला एक SOP बनवायला लागेल प्रत्येक स्टेपला. प्रॉब्लेम काय आहे माहितीये का, आता एवढे चेंजेस होत आहेत, तर याच्यात 2-3 गोष्टी आहेत. आयदर पीपल विल फॉरगेट, either people will not show interest, either there will be mistakes, and all this will be costly, especially in faceless assessment.
Exactly.
Yes.
आणि ते पब्लिक नोटीस पण द्यायला लागेल ती सगळ्यांना.
But it has been shared, na Prasad? Public notice you have shared in all the.
They have shared it. My problem is, and that nobody reads it.
Yeah.
म्हणजे संकट आलं ना की मग विहीर खणत बसायचं.
I hope this is from my side. It's over. Prasad, this is the thing now.
Yeah,
Freddy, thank you very much.
Welcome.
And I think one question here. Here we are noticing a trend or pattern that many people don't update themselves. I have one question. How many times do we select a doctor? अरे ह्या डॉक्टरच्या 1980s नंतर काय नवीन आलं ह्यांनी स्वतःला अपडेटच केलं नाहीये, याच डॉक्टरकडे जायला हवं. हाऊ मेनी टाइम्स डू वी सिलेक्ट सच अ डॉक्टर?
We have to change me at least twice, three. After 2 years, at least we have to change, or 1 year.
No, Freddy.
That I agree. I am asking you that people who don't update themselves, ते त्यांच्या लाईफ मध्ये पण सगळ्या गोष्टी सिलेक्ट करताना तसंच सिलेक्ट करतात का? मी in my work I am not making sure ki I don't update myself, but I will also go to a doctor who has old information and does not have new information.
But right now we have to be on the top of our toes because the things changing at Navasheva is drastically changing, and we have to be already on the nerves.
And
And if we go at one point also, then we are gone.
Freddy, the worst
Okay.
part of it is that if you make any mistake, you are
Yeah.
liable as a person to be penalized.
Yes, yes,
People should understand this.
yes.
You will be issued show cause notice. You will be
Yeah.
categorized under misdeclaration, suppression of facts. Hey,
Yes.
these provisions are
Then
so
here you does not mean custom broker or ATC. It means
Yes.
you as individual.
I'm talking, these people should understand. Second, you also enjoy reading this to learn
Yeah.
something different thing, na?
Exactly. But this will bring quietly, Prasad, if you go to this public notice, this brings discipline in ourselves also.
Are, it is properly prepared. Even these rules of
Yeah.
origin are properly prepared. Probably it may be due to putting brakes on China and
Yeah.
all, but you enjoy
Yes, yes.
reading this.
There's something different in this.
Then even there is a presentation. Then there is a presentation by a custom officer that also have circulated to
Yeah,
everyone.
Venugopal Nayarkar, we have gone through that. Last time we had gone through that again.
Yeah, on the rules of origin itself, there is a presentation.
Yes, yes.
That is exactly what.
Yeah.
Unless you read these notifications and relevant public notice, you will not understand at all.
Yeah.
And you will not be able to speak to your customers with authority.
No, but I would also like to hear other opinions where somebody is coming and saying, ki, no, I don't need to update myself. I will work with all rules and regulations, even if the government gets new rules and regulations. Anyone has that opinion? I think generally people who are not updating themselves will have that opinion कि नया सिस्टम आ गया तो भी मैं पुराने सिस्टम में ही काम करूंगा.
We are fortunate that we get everything on emails. Now the information is accessible.
I think we are in time, this year and age and time, we are in such a time that today there is more than required information also available. So we should know where to spend our time and energy. Right.
Chalo, so thanks for patient hearing. If anybody has any questions, they can tell. And today I'm happy. I think even people from AGL have joined. Very good. Gautami is there. Fine, fine.
Prasad,
So we will keep this note and
Yeah.
we will make a presentation.
One
so
more
that,
thing that
Ah.
in that what we had discussing on that day, that RBC, that little clarification we'll have to get, yeah, because everyone should know now what it is, because 40% they have given, RVC should be maximum to up to 40% should be the minimum. So that we'll have to explain everyone, and we have
that-
to take it very seriously because that will impact our declarations and all.
no, 40%. I have read it in the newspapers. This, but rules of origin, whatever is mentioned, custom will go after
That's
that
okay.
only.
But we will
40%.
we will have to explain. We'll discuss with this point, and we'll share with all our documentation clerk, because what we have to fill in the system, that has to be very clear.
That is exactly what I'm telling. Next week I will
Okay.
come there. Let us prepare. When we prepare points or scrutiny points, we will add
Okay,
this.
okay.
Huh? Because that is given in that rules of origin. We will have to prepare this, and then we will give to circulate to all. Because even if we circulate,
Yeah.
I doubt how many people will read it.
No, but at least our documentation clerk should be thorough with this. Otherwise, it will be very difficult.
Because I am much more worried in this faceless.
Yeah.
If we make any mistake, it will be very difficult to correct it.
Yeah. Amendment is very difficult.
Yes. So first of all, we will have to prepare those points and circulate to all customers.
Yeah.
Like we send other public notices.
Yeah.
So thanks
Thank-
for everyone, and we
Okay,
will,
everyone.
whenever there is such type of important notification circulars, we will have a discussion and a presentation also, because
Okay.
this public this notification was 13-page notification,
Yeah.
and actually a presentation is already ready prepared by one of the custom officers. So next week when we prepare these checkpoints, we will present that presentation also, Freddy.
Okay, okay, Prasad. Yeah.
Yeah. Chalo, thank you to all.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Sanjay Adhikar is presenting right now.
Present is
Oh.
No, atta nahi ka, not now.
Okay.
Well, there are other friends present here. I will just like to ask them, was there any benefit by doing this? Shubhda Sawant is there from export side. Vivek Gurav is there.
No, you take the names. Those have been taken. Should reply. People
Shubhda, what we have done right now, is it okay? Any changes are required in presentation, or have you learned anything from this?
Yes, sir, I have learned. Yeah, presentation was good.
Any changes, any improvement required, or you have any other ideas so that people will understand it properly?
No, sir.
See, and people from export side, you can use this presentation to understand that this is something that for when you export, the importer may be required to disclose similar information in his country. So when you all talk to the exporter or when you all issue the certificate of origin, you may discuss with the customer on similar patterns. No information goes waste. Because when India is doing this, there must be other countries also, right, Prasad, which are doing
Yes. Rules may vary from country to country.
Yeah. No, but basic objective, what the government wants here must be followed by various countries.
Yes. Vivek, would you like to comment? Vivek, I think he was there earlier. Now he's not there. Shalmali, you would like to comment?
अलका
कनेक्टिव्हिटी गेली का?
अलका रसिका, तुम्ही मराठीत देखील बोलू शकता. तुम्हाला काय समजलं ते तुम्ही सांगा. असेल समजलं तर तरी सांगा. अलका रसिका, प्लीज अनम्यूट. अरे इथे सगळे आपलीच माणसं आहेत. चुकलं तरी चालेल, बोला.
समजलंय कुमार सेन, सगळं म्हणजे समजलंय ते सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ ओरिजिन काय घालायचंय ते मी बघितलंच होतं एफटीआय बेनिफिटचं. पण आता फ्रेडी सरांनी आणि सांगितलं ना उमेश सरांनी की ते होली ऑप्टेन वगैरे इम्पोर्टर्सना कन्फर्म करूनच घालायचंय. ते फक्त कळलं नव्हतं, ते त्यांनी सांगितलं, कळलं ते.
नाही अलका एक लक्षात घ्या, कुठचंही कंट्री ऑफ ओरिजिनची वेळापट्टी आली तर एक तुम्हाला सर्टिफिकेट ओरिजिन आधी बघायला लागेल. ते महत्वाचं आहे. त्याच्यात सर्व या गोष्टी असतात. इव्हन आता फ्रेडी जे बोलला, आरव्हीपी वगैरे जे आहे पर्सेंटेज वगैरे हे सर्व त्याच्यावर असतं. फक्त तुम्हाला समजून घ्यायला लागतील काय टाकायचं आहे आणि ते समजून घेतल्याशिवाय बिल ऑफ एंट्री बनवू नका.
हा नाही सर, बरोबर आहे सर, ते सगळं चेक करूनच करावी लागेल.
पण बघा, तुम्ही आता जर बिल ऑफ एंट्री फाईल केली आणि चुकून ती दुसऱ्या पोर्टला कुठे गेली आणि ह्या डिटेल्स नसतील तर कठीण जाईल आपल्याला.
कठीण होईल.
नाही, त्याच्यातच वेळ जाईल.
अमेंडमेंट
डॉक्युमेंट टाईप येतो ना, हार्ड कॉपी किंवा सॉफ्ट कॉपी, त्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला डेटा समजून घेता येईल आणि त्या डेटा एंट्री कुठे करायची आहे ती देखील कळेल. पुढे जाऊन हे सगळं ऑटोमेटेडच होणार आहे. म्हणजे फक्त तुम्हाला तो सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ ओरिजिनचा नंबर टाकायचा आहे आणि डेटा फुल करायचा आहे. त्यामुळे त्यावेळेस काही कळणार नाही, आता समजून घेण्याची स्टेज आहे.
हो सर.
रसिका तुझ्याकडून ऐकायचं आहे.
हा सर, मी संचितमध्ये हे हॅलो
हा
बोला बोला, आवाज येतो, ऐकू.
आणि हा हे ई संचित मध्ये अपडेट करायचं आहे कंट्री ऑफ ओरिजिन.
नाही 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 नाही, आपण जेव्हा चेकलिस्ट बनवतो तेव्हा काय काय एंट्री कराव्या लागतात त्याच्यात ते समजून घ्या. परत तुम्हाला जर कळलं नसेल तर परत समजून घ्या. तुम्ही अलकाकडून किंवा इव्हन फ्रेडीला फोन केला तरी तो सांगेल. ते महत्वाचं आहे. दुसरं, पेपर समोर आले की आपल्याला काय एंट्री करायची, मुळात ती केस काय आहे, म्हणजे कशा त्याच्या, आणि एकदा तुम्हाला समोर पेपर आल्यानंतर ती केस कळली की मग त्याचा रिलेव्हन्स, मग काय पेपर घ्यायचे काय नाही हे तुम्हाला आता स्वतः शिकायला लागेल. प्रत्येक वेळा पांडे किंवा कोणी सांगणं हे अपलोड करा ते अपलोड करा, आता असं नाही चालणार. तुम्हाला कळलं पाहिजे की, आणि आपले रिपीटेड आयटम असतात, रेअरली यू हॅव सम डिफरंट आयटम. So by now you should know what has to be uploaded, what is required and what is not required.
हाँ.
ठीक आहे.
हाँ.
ओके, आय थिंक
एक्सपोर्ट वाल्यांसाठी आता ही लर्निंग स्टेज आहे. सेम तुमच्याकडे पण ऍप्लिकेबल होणार आहे, फक्त थोडी प्रोसिजर वेगळी असेल कारण तुम्ही इथून एक्सपोर्ट करताय.
मला वाटतं इव्हन तुमच्या इथे फेसलेस जेव्हा येईल तर तुम्हाला आतापासून तयारी करायला लागेल फेसलेस साठी. तुमच्या इथे झालं नाही ना अजून फेसलेस? नाही. हा, ओके.
आणि सेल्स आणि मार्केटिंग टीम ज्यावेळेस कस्टमरशी बोलाल त्यावेळेस या गोष्टी आवर्जून सांगा.
Okay, thank you to all. Let's meet again very soon next week. Thank you.
Thank you everyone.